Here we are live. Welcome to the industry. This is the thing, you guys, is like, I've always loved personal development, but I have my own kind of way of teaching it. I love listening to other people talk about personal development and all these things, and I find it really, really interesting, but I've always felt like a disconnect from a lot of the ways that it's taught. I always felt like it was very fluffy, and I never knew how to apply anything. And so the way that I teach personal development in the Era of You workshop is like, I'm talking to you about what it's actually like to decide to change your life, and like the actual shit that you have to experience. Like, I'm not just like, go write affirmations and think positive every day and go do these things. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to you about how it's really hard to even decide to change your life. I'm going to talk to you about when you decide to change your life, like, what does that even mean? What do you do? I talk to you about the ups and downs and how sometimes changing your life can actually be pretty boring. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have the real conversations. I'm having the real conversations with you because this is actually what it's like to be someone who is creating success in all areas of your life, but you have to navigate the shit. So I'm talking to you about how to be someone who is actually resilient in this, because I don't think that we're taught how to be emotionally intelligent and resilient when it comes to changing our life. And then we're maybe this has happened to you before, like you get excited to go on a new journey and want to change your life, but then you're like, all of a sudden you realize like it's hard, or you try and then you make a mistake and then you fail. Like, I really talk to you about this is gonna happen and this is how you navigate it. And this is what we wanna do, because when we don't know how to do all of these things, we're just not creating change. So that's all in the Era of You workshop. And then obviously we're gonna continue that inside of the membership. So the membership is personal development only. And I wanna speak to you guys about this a little bit, like, the collective. So FYI, this membership is included in the collective. So if you're in the collective value just went up again because this membership isn't included. So if you want to be in my world and you want to master everything, you want to master all of the business stuff, all of the scaling stuff, all of the minds, like all of it, that is, the collective is the place for you. But if you want to start somewhere, I don't even want to say smaller because it's just different, but you want to master personal development only, this is the membership for you. The collective, we do all of it. Era of You is more focused on personal development, motivation, confidence, emotional intelligence, mindset, stuff like that. And so it's a really good place to start. Anything else? Like, I just need to slow down for a minute. Slow down. The fact that you've been there makes all the difference in the world. You know what you need to do and walk through 100%. Like, there's been so many times where I would set out to do something and it's like, it's not as easy as going to do something. If it was as easy to like go get fit or get happy or get healthy or build a business, we would all be successful. But why are we not all successful? It's because of the mindset work. This is where I'm going to go on a tangent right now in a really good way. And I see there's 18 people on, and I want to know who these 18 people are in the comments, because I'm like, who's watching me? Okay, so if you have any questions about the membership or the Era of You workshop, let us know in the comments, or if you need a link or something. Hello, everyone's saying hi now in the chat. So this is actually what I want to talk about on the industry today, and just we'll see how long it goes, but it's a very potent message. The membership will never be available to anyone who does not do, you must do the workshop to access the membership. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about. I believe that this is the year, I'm going to talk to coaches now, entrepreneurs. This is the year that it will be very clear, the coaches who are doing the inner work behind the scenes and the coaches that aren't. This is the year that the coaching industry brings it back to what this is actually about: coaching, personal development, mindset, changing your life. I think that we're in a phase where there was a time where people were just like, shiny object, who's the most successful coach? That's who I'm gonna buy from. We're over that. Stop buying that way and stop being that person. Stop being that person. Like, we have to remember why we're doing this work. You are a coach because whatever work that you do, you help people change their life. I want you to make that the forefront of your focus every single day as you're building your business. I think that there was a phase where people were getting really caught up in being like the most popular, the most successful, all of these different things, and only focusing on that and only trying to leverage that. And this is why people have had bad experiences investing in coaching, because people don't even know how to coach. Because they're not doing their own work behind the scenes. They're just focused on trying to sell. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. So I feel like, and this is already happening, the coaches who are doing that, they've had a big high and now they're dipping because people realize I'm not actually learning from them. So I want you to make this the year that you refine your own coaching skills, that you get mentored. And when I say mentored, like you're doing the inner work, you're doing the mindset work, you're doing the positivity stuff, you're working on your heart, you're working on your emotional intelligence. Because the truth also is, we are coaches in the online space dealing with being a coach and building a business. We're dealing with our own insecurities. We're dealing with what it feels like to now be making money and what it feels like to be successful in front of an audience. And that is different. That is new. Most people don't know how to hold that, don't know how to handle that. So if you're not doing your own inner work, your own power work, your own mindset work behind the scenes, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to have a really hard time holding yourself, and you're going to have a really hard time holding your clients if you're not setting yourself up to hold all of what comes with building a coaching business. So I just feel like a lot of people lost direction in the last year, maybe 2 years, and your only focus was more money, more sales, more this, and there was no focus on your own inner work, and there was no focus on your own refinement of the coaching that you do. If you focus on the actual work of what coaching is, it's really easy to sell. It's really easy to have content because you're actually a living, breathing embodiment of what you teach. And it's never like, what do I say so people buy? Or what do I post on social media? It's like, well, I know what I want to say because I'm here to change the world. I know what I want to say today because I've got that feeling in my body, like I want to change someone's life. Like when that is the forefront, you know what to say. When you are actually proud, of the offers that you have and the work that you do in your containers, you know how to sell them because you say, this is a program and this is going to change your life because of this. You're not overthinking all the things. But when you're thinking about, how do I sell? What do I say so someone buys? What do I do so more people join? It's like want. It's focused on the wrong thing. Bring it back to why you started this and lead with that. And at the same time, set yourself up so you're doing this work behind the scenes. I'm on year 5, I think. I don't know, I'm like, how many years? I'm on year 5 of doing this work. I am still under high-level mentorship. I still do calls and get coaching with my mentor on a regular basis. People got it so messed up of like, just get a quick fix. Let me join the one program so I can learn one thing and then take that one secret and go apply it. This is not what it's about, you guys. I want to do work with people. I want to lead my clients for 6 months, a year, 2 years. Like I want to create actual radical change. I don't want to be part of like, just go get something, go get some secret and then whatever. Like that's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. If you want real change for yourself and you want real change for your community and your clients, like this is not about just get this and just get this and just get this. Like we have to actually do the work to change ourselves. So I think for a lot of different reasons in the last couple of years, it's been like, what can I get here? What can I get here to just get something? And this is the secret. That's the surface level shit. And we've got to be done with it. This work is about radical transformation, and that takes time. And that, in my opinion, is a never-ending process. And so I'm really excited for the coaches who are doing this work, because the coaches who are doing this work are going to be the ones that are the best coaches because they're so good at it. they're evolving their own emotional intelligence, their mindset, they're continually changing their life. And because of that, they're being better mentors, their clients get better results, and they're gonna have the biggest businesses because they're good at what they do and they lead with that instead of leading with like just trying to get like the surface level success. So if you right now, this gets to be nothing to feel bad about, but this gets to be a beautiful wake up call and awareness of like, shit, somehow I got lost in all this stuff over the last couple of years. Somehow I went from being so about my mission to now only being about the external, like thank you stuff. This was a wake up call, no judgment, no shame. I'm gonna move in a different way. For some of you, you're like, oh my God, I've been investing, like buying things because I think I need a quick fix or this or that. And this will be a wake up call for how you invest and how you participate in coaching, whatever that might look like. I want us to do the real work. I really believe in the industry. I see massive transformation in my clients. And I see the massive transformation in my clients when we actually are doing the work. Like my mastermind, I talk to my mastermind almost every day in a chat, and it's like I'm helping these people create radical change on a daily basis, and that's how they create lasting change. It's not like plug into one thing and I'm done. I'm like, we're working on the same things over and over again. I've seen clients transform in a year and 2 years. They're completely different people. All areas of their life have changed, not just business. But it's like, because they're in it and they know it's not just about one program or one thing. It's like, I really want to refine this work. I really want to become someone new. I really want to keep opening up my mind and my perspective to different things. Like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So maybe that this is a wake-up call, or maybe this is a realization, because you might have came in to the coaching space when it was all about like, you know, fast wins and this and this, and you maybe missed the part where it's like, oh, it actually is about radical transformation. It actually is about longevity. It actually is much deeper. And now you can see it differently and you can participate in it differently. So, wow, that just came out. I'm gonna catch up on the chat a little bit. What I'm looking for and need. It's about the work. Thank you for this, because I do feel that the industry is so focused on money in and out each month. It's about the change and transformation. And here's the thing too, is like, I'm gonna talk about money. Actually, here's the thing. I have not talked about money at all this year. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I have not shared any money this year. And part of it is because of this change. So I'll share this with you guys. Is I started to feel something's off, something's not right in the industry, there's a disconnect at the end of last year. And I sat with myself a lot. I did a lot of contemplation. I did a lot of my own mentorship. I did a lot of digging into my heart. I did a lot of whatever. And I was like, there's something off. And so I started this year by not talking about money at all. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but I'm just sharing context where it's like, I realized that people lost what it's actually about. So I spent a lot of time, especially from $1 million to last year and the year before, talking about money. But when people just find me, they don't see, I wouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people only saw the money and they didn't see my heart, or they chose to not see what actually created it, which is the core of what this work is. So I was like, oh, interesting. I'm only now going to focus on the core and I'm going to bring money back in. So the mistake that people make is it's only about the money and they forget about the heart. But I want to show people that it can be about the heart and the money. But the money is always surface level if it's also not connected to why you're doing what you're doing. So I want to be someone for me and a leader in this space, and I want to be someone for all of you to be proud of money and to say, I built this and I have this, and I want us to talk about it and celebrate it, but only when it's in pure integrity. Only when it's like and this is why the personal development work is so important. Like, there are so many people who are only talking about money because it's the only thing that makes them happy. I don't care how much money you made if you're not happy building your business. I don't care how much money you made if like your trainings suck, if you're stressed all day about how many people are signing up or not. I don't care about how much money you make each month if you're like obsessed with how much you're making. That's not what this is about. But I have a very strong knowing that that's where a lot of people are operating. And it actually makes me really, really sad, because the people who are in that toxic cycle are very sad and insecure. And so I want to make it so clear here as well. Like, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I'm in that, I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to have the awareness to heal. I want you to be happy without the external. I want you to be so in love with your business, no matter how much money you're making or how many clients you have. Like, I want you to be pure and whole without the things outside of you. That's the work. Because if you're trying to celebrate the external, but you're actually really insecure and unhappy, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And so this is where it's a bigger conversation. Like, people might think, I'll be happier when I'm more successful, or I'll be happier when I make more money. Money doesn't solve non-money problems. I think I said that on the last industry episode. Like, it's just not the way that it works. So I am leading right now in my business with a lot of personal development work for you guys for this reason, is because the worst thing that can happen for anyone is you reach success in a very shallow way. The worst thing is for you to have results and money and wealth and status and popularity and numbers, but behind the scenes, you're not happy. That's the worst situation ever. Heal this. When you can heal this and do the work and continue to do the work, you're gonna have the money and the success and the results, and you're happy and you're in love with what you do. This is what it needs to be, and a lot of people are missing the inner work. And this is why I was like, we're doing Era of You. I'm bringing it back. Life transformation, confidence, happiness. This is the work no matter what. And I want us to stand for this kind of work, especially if you do this kind of work in your business. Like, make this exciting again. Make this popular again, because we did it backwards for the last couple of years, as people only focused on the money, people only focused on the results, and if you're not doing this work at the same time, it's not the same thing. So we need to really look at this and work on this, because the only way for this industry to grow and do the magic that we're meant to do is if we're doing it the right way. And so I want us to do it the right way, and I want you to have a business that is sustainable and scalable and all the things, but I want you to be happy, and I want you to do it with the pure intentions. I want you to take your own personal development work very seriously. And so that's why I said too, it's like, I'll be very honest, it is very hard to be a coach in the online space, and it's very hard to coach your clients and navigate being on social media and navigate pressure and navigate this and navigate that. Like, we don't know how to navigate all of this. So I don't even care how successful you are right now. If you're not doing the inner work, get yourself to do the inner work so you can make sure that your heart is good, and continue to work on the heart stuff and the inner stuff as your business grows. But if your business is just growing and you're not doing that inner work, you're gonna dip. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna feel awful, and the business will just not work if you're not leading with what actually matters, you know? And so let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. This is what it's actually about, you know? Like, and I think that people are craving this, but they didn't even know how to maybe like articulate it or realize like this is actually what it is. I'm gonna see, this reminds me of when I first started building a brand on social media years before I even had a business. The feeling's so different in what you're creating. Thank you for talking about this. This just happened to one of my fave creators. Yes, so Vanessa Lau, I don't know how to say her last name, but I'll speak to it a little bit because I did share her post. I believe you're talking about Vanessa, and I'm only going to share like what I know, and some of this is an opinion as well, but I feel like Vanessa built a very, 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 very amazing, successful business, and she lost her heart along the way, and now she's taking a sabbatical, and she's like retiring her things, her courses. She went from a team of 9 to 1, and she made a beautiful post. You can go look on her Instagram saying like I lost my heart, something doesn't feel right. But she had, I think, $1 million 7-figure business, and then I'm gonna scale it. And it's so interesting because I followed Vanessa, and one of the reasons I love to follow her is because I did always enjoy how transparent she was about the ups and downs of scaling a business. But it's so interesting, and I have such an intuition. Like, I would read some of her newsletters in the last year and some of her pieces of content, and I thought to myself, I don't think she's happy. I truly felt that. And I truly thought to myself, it sounds funny to say this out loud, but I'm going to say it out loud. I said, I wonder how amazing it would be if like she just took one of my programs. Like, not from a place of like, she should take my program, but like, she doesn't know the other side of all of this. Like, I could feel that it wasn't right, and I had a lot of empathy, but I feel like she was in a side of the coaching space where it was really focused on like building and scaling, and at a certain level you stop connecting to it, and then she kind of lost focus a little bit. And so it really makes me sad because it breaks my heart that she went through that. I have so much empathy, but I also respect her so much for making that decision to be like, this isn't good anymore, I need to take a step back. And the way that she shared it on her social media, I mean, that could not have been easy at all. And she had the courage and the vulnerability to do that. Like, I respect her even more because of how she went about it. And I think that a lot of people saw this happen to her, and it was a wake-up call, because if someone that successful, you know, has to take a step back, like, what does that mean for all of us? And this is why, exactly why, I am preaching to you guys right now, take care of your heart. Take care of your heart. Take care of your heart. It is very easy to get caught up. It is very easy to lose focus. It is very easy to take on someone else's version of success. It's really easy to lose, you know, the core of why you started all of this. And so this is why I have so much empathy, is like, it's actually easy to lose focus. And this is why I believe in mentorship, because if you're doing it alone, it's really easy to lose focus and not get back on track. Conversations that I have with my most successful, you know, highest earning clients are a lot of conversations that just keep them on track, keep them aligned, keep them focused. What is this about? Bringing them back to the power. If we're not constantly doing that, it's like you lose it, and that can be a really scary thing. This is also why, I'll just touch on it, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of like mental health in the online space. I think, you know, this is something that concerns me, and why I say all the time, like, why do so many celebrities struggle with this? And now we're going to see it in coaches, because it's like, you're online, it's all external, you forget to take care of yourself, and before you know it, you're down a really dark road. And it makes me really, really sad. And so if we can have compassion have compassion for yourself, have compassion for people that you follow, have compassion, like, this is so much part of karma. For those of you who took karma with me, like, I, for the longest time, would always just think, like, I wish more people would have compassion for me. Ocean is like, yes, mom, compassion. You guys can hear him. And now I'm not afraid to say that. Like, I want you guys to have compassion for me. I'm just doing my best, and I might fuck up a little bit, or I might get caught up, like, because we're all still trying to figure this out. But like, we put people on a pedestal and we think like they're perfect, so if they mess up, and it's like, I'm doing the work. So like, have respect for your mentors, the people you follow. Like, they're doing something that has never been done before, and that is building a business in front of an audience, holding themselves while they're holding clients. And most people are doing it pretty much alone. And this is why it's remarkable, because we get to do this kind of stuff, but this is also why it can be very detrimental if we're not taking care of ourselves. And I think it was Bridge who said this could be a paid training. I'm like, this could be a paid training, you know what I'm saying? And this is also why I believe that mentorship is expensive in a good way. Now, what I mean by that is, mentorship is high ticket because you have someone who is helping you navigate something that most people in the world cannot navigate. I'm going to pay for that. Emotional intelligence, resiliency, communication, mindset, being a CEO, a coach, a mentor, a content creator at the same time. There's not a lot of people who do that and can mentor someone to keep them on the right track at the same time. This is why mentorship in a good way is expensive, is because not many people have the capacity the comprehension to mentor at this level. This is why it's expensive in a good way. So do the work. Be the person that's like, I can hold myself and I can hold my clients. People want to choose you because they're looking for a strong leader. This is why I'm also saying to you guys today, do the work to actually be a coach. Do the work to actually be a better mentor, because people need someone strong. People need a leader. If you're struggling holding yourself, how can you hold a client, right? Obviously this comes through experience, but your own work helps you become a better coach, a better mentor as well. So, and now I'm done. See you guys next week. That's basically what I wanted to say to you guys today. Like now where do I go from here? Most underrated program, Karma, 100%. So, you know, I can tell by the feedback in the comments that a lot of you have experienced this or saw this, but like, I want us to create something really successful, and I want us to be really happy, happy humans. And this is the work. We're doing something that's never been done before, and we have to learn how to be the people who can hold it, and it's not easy, and it's not just a shiny thing. There's no cheap way to do this. This is not cheap. This is not a one-hit wonder. This is not a one-night stand. This is like changing your life. This is deep. This is real. And so bring yourself back to that. Okay? Thank you, Chas. I love that. Love coming back and watching you and feeling how you've grown and evolved over the years. Thank you. So, is there anything else I should talk about today? I'm like, Jake, don't worry about it. I got it today. I know what I want to say. And Jake's just like, okay, that was great. So, join Era of You workshop. Join the membership. That's what I want to tell you about. And I think that we needed that little bit of a rant. And I'm going to continue to really share this kind of stuff because we really need it. And I think that we just really need it. And I want us to be happy and healthy and focused. And we're people, I think, are going to choose mentors that they can tell are fully embodied in their work. And I think people have had maybe bad experiences buying stuff just out of like flashy whatever. And they're like, oh, like, why wasn't this good? And then I think people are going to be a little bit more cautious on who they are investing in. And that just means we've got to up our game, like do the work, lead yourself, right? So you're so welcome. I'm trying to think about if there's any like things that I should share with the community. Era of You is the biggest thing right now. You join Era of You, you get to use the $3.99 credit, and then you get the founding member rate, which is pretty insane, $77. So this is what I will say, and this is such a testimony to the workshop. So many people in the workshop bought the membership, and we aren't even done the trainings yet. People are like, oh, there's a membership? Yep, this is already amazing. Like, it's a huge testimony. And so there's a reason that the workshop is a prerequisite for this membership, is because everything that you get in the membership, it will only make sense if you do the work in the workshop. And it's really, really important work. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. I think that's all I have.
I think that's great.
Share this video if you want to share it with your community, or tell people to get in here if more people want to hear it or whatever. Like, I'm not one for having to be like, go share this and all the things, but if you feel called to, I do appreciate it. And more of these conversations, I think, just need to be had. And I'm really, really proud of the people in my community and my clients who are doing this work and taking it seriously, because I think most people aren't. But we get to make the change, and we get to do it right. And I know that I only know the clients in my world, because those are the people I know, and the clients in my world are doing this work, and so their clients are in really good hands, and that makes me really happy. And so the ripple gets to be really incredible when we do it this way. Eric, you want to come here? He might not. The one thing that I want to say before we leave is Eric is officially out of the military. Oh, he might be mad that I just said this.
It's fine.
Like, let's not flash it everywhere. You guys are my community. Do you want to come say hi?
I I
Okay, I just wanted to have a celebration moment.
Thank
My
you.
community is happy for you. Eric officially handed in his card today, and he's officially out. He is now a normal human being. He is a civilian. So this is a really big moment for Eric and us behind the scenes, and we're gonna take time to like anchor it in ourselves, but a lot of you have kind of been on this journey with us, so thank you guys for all the love. I just put Eric on the spot. Like, he literally got home from handing his card, and I was like, come on this video. So it's a very special moment in our life and in my day, so I wanted to end with that on a light-hearted note. So with that all being said, thank you guys for being here. This was the episode today. I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys where we're connected in all the other places. I love you and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the love in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place.